live now. Huh? He's preparing for live. Okay, let me check whether it's live now. Huh? It should be on live soon. Yep, I think it's online. Okay, no, it's not showing up on my feed yet. Okay, it's going on live. Hi, welcome everybody. Today we are happy to have another series of Better You, Better Mom. Today I have with us is Choon Yen. She's a certified hypnobirthing educator and birth doula. Her topic for today is what kind of skills do our kids need to, her topic today was, sorry, I didn't catch your topic. Sorry about it.
Song is natural birth.
Yeah, hang on. Sorry, what's your topic? Do you have the topic with you?
I don't think I don't remember we have a topic. Let's talk about birth.
Okay, yeah, no worries on that. Let me also share screen as well. I got some issue here as well. Okay, hi, sorry about it. As mentioned, welcome to Better You, Better Mom. Today we have with us is Choon Yen. She's a certified hypnobirthing educator and birth doula. Again, if you are unsure of me till now, I'm Felicia again, author, speaker, fulfillment coach. I actually encountered 2 miscarriages, losing 3 angel baby in the process. Reason being because the second pregnancy was twins, and I was thankful that I welcomed my rainbow baby in June 2015. Choon Yen is a mother of 2 boys, known to many as a birth expert as well. She has worked with on life's most powerful work of supporting hundreds of expectant couples near mental, emotional blockage for a healthy, gentle birth as a certified hypnobirthing, childbirth educator, and a birth doula. She used various growth models of care to help couples release fear and trauma to prepare for parenthood. Her dream is that all babies are welcomed with joy and gentleness, begin their life healthy and complete, leading to good beginning. Okay, without further ado, let's welcome Choon Yen.
Thank you, Felicia. Yeah, happy to be here. Better you, better mom. I love the topic. I love
hi. Yep. I think your profession about certified hypnobirthing childbirth educator is very interesting or probably unknown to all. Maybe you want to describe what do you mean by that actually, or what do you do exactly?
Right. Yeah. Yes, I'm a certified hypnobirthing childbirth educator. So what it is that hypnobirthing is a childbirth education. But we focus more on natural childbirth education. It means that not all childbirth educations are the same. Yeah. So what hypnobirthing is, the philosophy is that birth is normal, natural, and it's a healthy event. Yeah. A lot of people are actually afraid of childbirth, right? But when you understand what is normal about birth, which is the natural childbirth education that comes into picture, you can reduce a lot of fear. So hypnobirthing combine science and nature. It return confidence to the parents, to the mother especially, to learn to trust herself. Giving birth is supposed to be instinctive, right? But because of a lot of fear around childbirth, it makes it difficult for the woman, for the mother to do their job. So here it comes with hypnosis techniques that helps them to relax. At the end of the day, it's all about relaxation. It is not about the woman pain threshold level, like what some doctors say. The second time mom, they have higher pain threshold level. It's the same woman. Don't you think? Actually, experienced mom have more fear. That's what I come across, right? Because you experienced birth before, the more you are afraid. When it comes to pregnancy, they get pregnant. When they think of, oh, I'm going through birth again, they are more fearful. So these are the ones that we help. These are the parents that we help. Be it first time mom, be it second time, third time, even fourth time parents will come to class to relearn what they need to know about childbirth, so that when they approach their birth, they're confident. Instead of fear and anxiety, they actually switch on the warrior mode, the warrior spirit. They're so ready to put what they learn into practice. Yeah, it's great because you will welcome your baby in a more happy state, happy mood. Right at the end of the day, it's all about happy birthday, the special day of your baby coming into your world. It's a welcoming family reunion. Yeah.
I think the work that you do is very interesting and meaningful. Frankly, I think unknown to a lot of people, even for myself, if not for knowing you. So just to backtrack, maybe can you share how do you come about to doing this? And also probably where's your background coming from, where you come from and how does it, translate to this?
Yeah. Thank you for asking that question. So it was from my own experience. My children are 16 and 12, right? So they are quite big already. So my first birth, I didn't really prepare as a first time mom. We didn't know. Both my husband and I were blurred, so we didn't know what to expect. My pregnancy was quite smooth, but then there were a lot of anxiety around the medical checkup and all that. So at the end, what happened was they found my baby to be smaller according to the chart. So doctor suggested induction. Reluctantly, I went through it. Yeah. And I realized that the postpartum period was quite a challenge to me. It was because there was a lot of drugs involved, the induction and epidural and of course pitocin and all that. And after my confinement period, I looked very swollen. I was actually very swollen. And the recovery takes so long. So it took me some time to really reflect on it. Yeah, when I was ready to have another child, I look back and reflect on it. If I could be healthier, I could bear a healthy child. Yeah. So that was when I looked for solution. So what was my solution? I work on my health. First and foremost is the mother, right? Because I'm the one who nurtured the baby. So if I'm healthy, I can nurture a healthy baby in my womb. Then he will grow up to be healthy. So that was what I had in mind. So happened that I was looking for a solution, and then I found a boss who teach raw food. So then I worked with him for 5 months. So I learned a lot, and I eat raw. So we talk about raw vegan food. So I ate more fruits and vegetables. So I went through some healing reaction during that time, but I wasn't really quite happy yet. So actually, then I overhauled my body. So I did an intense detox. So after that, then I decided to conceive my second child. So even before that, I knew about water birth. I don't know if you heard of water birth. Yeah. But as a second time mom, like I said, I have more fear. I was worried about, I'm not sure if I can do this second time without drugs, without epidural, right? Then I was Google searching and I found out about hypnobirthing. So I did a course at around 33 weeks pregnant. I completed at 37 weeks, 39 weeks I birthed my baby. So right after my birth, when I was still in a tub of water at NUH, and I thought to myself, not because I have 2 children and I was already 36 years old at that time, I could do this 10 times. So what I gained was a healing process. It was very empowering to me. I get to choose the birth that I want, and I get to negotiate with the doctor what I wanted, and he agreed. So it was the first time I learned to take charge. Yeah, so from my own empowering birth experience, it healed my trauma. It healed my birth trauma. Because the first time I felt helpless. Yeah. So, and later on, I trained as a hypnobirthing practitioner. So I become a teacher. After that, then I trained as a birth doula. So I can help the mummies, the parents I care for, and guide them along in the birth process. So reduce a lot of stress in childbirth. Yeah. So this is how it all started.
Wow, interesting. But the question is, how does someone goes about hiring you? At what stage of the pregnancy or the process do they, decide to engage you or to work with you? As in, how does it work?
Yeah, right. It's all about whether they're exposed to the word doula or not, this profession. Yeah, let me explain what birth doula is. Okay. Now, birth doula is a professional birth companion. It's more like traditional midwife. Yeah, but it becomes a profession that includes education. So around childbirth, there are a lot of debunk the myth and understand what's normal about birth, and we help couples to draft their birth plan so that they are more or less know what to expect and know what they want. A lot of people don't know what they want. So the first thing is that if they are exposed to this profession birth doula, they may even contact us very beginning, very early in the pregnancy. For some people, they don't know until about third trimester, so they can engage me at any stage of
So
their
as early
pregnancy.
as even first trimester.
Yeah, so if they are very early, then we can give more information. So they can engage a doctor who are more supportive of what they want. So at the same time, I would suggest them to take classes, yeah, to train the mind, to relax. Because if you are trained, it is very different from untrained mind. So we can relax and sleep, kind of sleep throughout labor, and you will wake up giving birth. You will not miss it, right? The hormone will wake you up and wake the baby up and for the birth to take place. But at least they can be quite relaxed and enjoy the birth process. Yeah, and of course this is not just for the mother but for the husband. How many husbands wanted to get involved? They don't know what to do. They wanted to help, but they feel helpless if they see you suffer, right? And if mom feels they actually are suffering and they feel so much pain, and they feel, oh, I can't help, what should we do? Shall we take epidural? Yeah. So it can be quite helpless to the couples, or especially to the husband, to the partner. So this is something for the husband to be more involved and to understand what his woman will be going through, right? And his role as well. He has a role to play. It's not just a woman who give birth who be the one who do all the work, but the husband as well. So when the husband knows his role, he will do his job better. Let me share with you one example. My husband didn't know what to do, right, the first time, my first birth. So of course I was induced at night. I couldn't cope. So painful. Right. So and then of course the nurses and the doctor come in and ask me, you want epidural? And they said there's no side effect. But then my husband said, no, don't take it. It's not good for you. Yeah, right. I'm going to kill him when you're at that stage. So yeah, of course, not much I could do because at that time I couldn't cope. Yeah, but second time round, he was my hero. Yeah, he was my hero because the doctor pulled the baby out and he was trying to stop him. So he knows his role very well when the husband is trained.
So does he go through the training with you, or how do you prep him in that sense?
In hypnobirthing, it's childbirth is a teamwork, right? It's a teamwork. It's not just your job to birth your baby, but the husband will need to be on the same page, because sometimes when husband is more fearful than the mother, they are the one that gets in the way. They really gets in the way if they don't understand what birth is. Yeah, so it can be quite a challenge. So if the husband attend the class together with his wife, he will appreciate her better. He will appreciate her more, and he could understand what his role, his responsibility as well. And he gets to bond with the baby in the womb. The bonding should start in the womb. So this cause actually brings the family together. So as a birth doula, normally prenatal visits, we have very limited time, and we only do 2 or 3 prenatal visits. It's not much. That's why childbirth education would be, it is necessary for most people. It may not be necessary for everyone. Yeah, really depends. Okay. Yeah, so that's just roughly that's what I do as a birth doula and a childbirth educator.
It's very interesting in the sense that because you mentioned your work starts during the pregnancy, you can guide them, educate them, and also I think it's the first time I probably hear the husband also can help and is able to help. I think that's very heartening lah to hear that lah, rather
Yes.
than them feeling helpless, they can't do anything, so they can be part of the process. And also, which like what you mentioned, initially you want to kill him in the first pregnancy, and then in the second he became your hero. I think it's a very big transition and a change in role. So I think that definitely helps encourage, because given the first pregnancy, obviously you were fearful, unprepared, whatever not. And when it comes to the second pregnancy, you were very much prepared and well ready for, and because you even took up the hypnobirthing course and in time to put it into practice. And then which eventually, so were you doing this all this while, or before that, what were you working as or something?
Before that, I have a degree in travel and tourism.
Wow.
Of course, it's a big shift, So I work in the travel industry for some time. A very stressful job, There's always Natas fair. So and then after a while, I dropped it, but I still work in a travel agency as admin executive. So then after that, just before I became a birth worker, I was involved in natural health. So I teach life skill. So what is life skill? Detox. Yeah. So when you learn life skill, even the child is sick, I will be concerned, but I will not be panicked. Yeah. So there's a lot we can do when you understand about life skill, and in terms of your I'm talking about physical health. Yeah. And this is what I learned with the raw food chef, and also a naturopathy doctor and nutritionist as well. Yeah. So and I practice on my child. If you are a mother, you will know that all these are the skills that you want to equip yourself with this knowledge, because the child will get sick for the first few years of their life. That's how they build the immunity. But we can't be giving medicine. And I actually felt quite I felt quite guilty then. So then I teach detox life skills. That was what I did as a health crusader.
You mentioned between your first pregnancy and second pregnancy, you actually over your health before getting into pregnancy again. Why so, and what was the motive behind it?
Yeah, the trigger point was when I reflect on my my first birth. So why in the first place I was induced? I was very reluctant to go through induction, and I was telling the doctor, I said I want natural birth. And you know what she said? She said there's no point for you to keep there. You can give birth to your baby, and then you breastfeed your baby grow faster. Then in my mind, I was still early. I was like before 38 weeks at the time, right? I said, yeah, but I can still keep my baby for 2 more weeks. I'm not ready yet. Yeah. So, and of course, after birth, I see, my health, I look swollen, but the real reason is that my son was sick quite often for the first year and a half. Yeah. And I could see that he wasn't strong. He was quite weak. And my friend was asking me, it's quite weird because you're exclusive breastfeed. The baby's supposed to be strong, but no. So this was the kind of trigger point for me, to look into my health. So if I can work on my health, I wasn't seriously ill, but I have my sinus. So if I can be healthier, then this is My job is my responsibility as a mother to nurture a healthy child and give a baby a good start in life. It's health. Health is wealth. Who doesn't know this? Health is wealth, right? You don't spend your hard-earned money on medical bill. So remove that, so I that's what I did. So I did it in then, like I mentioned, I worked with a raw food chef for 5 months. I learned a lot from him because his parents are doctors and never cure him. Right? He grew up taking steroid. So that was something that I learned through diet. I improved my health. But even after 5 months working with him, I wasn't happy yet. I wasn't satisfied with my health because I thought, yeah, there's still something that I need to work on. Then I found out about New Life detoxification. That was in line with what I know. So what do I do? We did coffee enema. Not sure if you heard of that, which is coffee bottoms up. So I learned from my raw food boss that he said we do coffee enema. I said, what's that? It's like putting the coffee into their butt. And then I learned this from New Life. I bought the bag, but I did not know what to do, and it so happened I stumbled upon it, and I said, okay, I want to learn that. So I attended the talk for about 2 hours. So I purchased all the stuff and I did it myself because I have experience in raw food. I know what to do, right? We do a lot of smoothies, juicing, eating raw for 7 days to really clean up the system. When you let your gut rest, your body will repair itself, yeah, together with supplements as well. So it's an intense detox and rejuvenation program. But I wasn't happy yet. After I wasn't satisfied even after the 7 days. So I have one more thing that was missing, which was a gallstone flush. So I wanted to remove the gallbladder stone in the body. So the motivation was when I read a book, it says, after you flush out a gallbladder stone, 10 days later, you will have a good complexion. That was my motivation. So I was motivated to do it. So another 3 more months later, I did a mini detox with the intention to flush out gallbladder stone. And gallbladder stone can be removed naturally by drinking a glass of oil and lemon juice. Just like that, you can remove gallbladder stone. You don't have to remove your gallbladder. You can remove your gallbladder stone, and it's very inexpensive. So this is life skill. So right after that, then I conceived my child. Yeah, I see the difference between the two boys. Although
So what was the major difference that between your second child?
You see, my first and my second, my first child was because he was very small, right? So throughout my whole pregnancy, I did a lot of tests.
He was full term, right?
Full term, yeah, full term. But he was born 2.42 kg.
Okay, and the second one?
Yeah, the doctor estimated 2.2 kg. So my pregnancy, I felt good. I eat home cooked food, but then there was a lot of tests done. I always test the baby's heart rate, and then of course earlier in my pregnancy we did amniocentesis. So my second one, the whole pregnancy was smooth. I was 36 years old at that time. Yeah, but even though I was older, I was healthier. I achieved optimal health before I conceived this child. So my whole pregnancy journey was smooth. Even though the doctor said, you are 36 years old, you are already, considered older mom. So she suggested amniocentesis and all that. I said, no need. I said, no need. Your test result shows I'm normal. He said, yeah, we are considering increase the bar. I said, yeah, but you don't, right? I said, there's no, she asked me, what if your child is not normal? I say, I'll take responsibility. When you prepare, you are confident. If you don't prepare in anything you do, you are not confident. You'll be swayed by the little thing that people say. You agree with me? Yeah. So
you know what
that was
doing,
the difference,
so to speak.
Yes.
And also because you prepare for it.
I prepared for it. I was very confident that my child is gonna be healthy. Yeah. So when I birthed my baby, to my surprise, he was born 3.55 kg. Estimated 3.2 kg. I didn't expect he was that big. I mean, it's not that he is very big, right? Above 4 kg. It's not like that. But I didn't expect that because his brother was so small, 2.42 kg. And this little child is bigger. Yes, I expected him to be bigger, but I didn't expect 3.55 kg. So he was chubby. He absorbed what he absorbed more. And I was lighter in weight. Felicia, when I was pregnant with my first one, I was about 41 kg. So the second one, when I got pregnant, I wasn't even 38 kg. Can you imagine? I'm a very petite woman, 5 feet tall, less than 38 kg. When I birthed my child, I was about 48 kg. Yeah, and he was born 3.55 kg. So that's the difference. He absorbed more. And taking care of a bigger baby was easy. It's just like he's heavier. So tired when I hold him.
I suppose definitely it's healthier, not so easy to
healthier.
And right.
Yeah, and taking care of him, even though he was sick at 6 weeks old. My elder son, he caught cold with phlegm and a lot of blocked nose at the age of 2 months old. And it wasn't easy to take care of him because he was so small, and it was quite a challenge. I didn't get to sleep. My husband did not get to sleep. Yeah. But this one, even though he was sick at 6 weeks old, even younger, but it was so much easier. He coped better. I still get to sleep. And I know life skills, so I wasn't panicked. I didn't see doctor when he was sick. I know what to do. This is the kind of confidence all mothers should have. Yeah, we will be concerned. I will be concerned, but I will not be panicked.
How old are they now, may I ask?
They are, my elder one is 16. My younger boy is 12. He just turned 12.
Okay, PSLE also.
PSLE, yes. This year is PSLE.
But
yeah.
How are they coping in terms of studies? Are they, learning well?
My elder son is more disciplined. So the second child needs to push. Yeah. I'm not stressed. Yeah. But at time, if the teacher call me, I'll be stressed. Other than that, he's okay. Yeah, and he's not stressed as well. So he's coping okay. He's not like doing very well because I did not push him. So he's actually a left-handed boy. He's a very left-handed boy, and my elder one is right-handed. They are so different. I could see the character, everything, what they like to eat, very different. Yeah. But
you or your husband left-handed or anything?
No, we are right-handed.
Both. Oh,
both my husband and I are right-handed, but my younger child is left-handed. But of course, when I was pregnant, I was stressed. Yeah. Although I removed a lot of junk physically, but I didn't really focus more on mental emotional stress. Yeah, I think a lot of second-time mom may also have more stress. So that's why we have the second child syndrome.
Why is that the case? I mean, I thought you should be more chill that you went through the first time round. But why is it more stressful instead?
You see, when you have a second child, you have the elder one to take care of. Especially those pregnancy gap are quite close, right? And the daily life demand. You take care of your child. Maybe some of them are working, and it may be stress as well. And couple relationship may also be a challenge because parenting style is one of the biggest conflict in couplehood.
True. Yep.
Right? Yeah. So that also some of those challenges. And what about if you are staying with in-law? If you are staying with other people and not just your family, there are other stress. So there can be a lot of stress involved about understanding. And if you are pregnant the first time, husband may be very lovely. If you're pregnant the second time, he may not be as lovely as the first one. The first one is always like the focus. First time pregnant, everything is new, everything is very exciting. By the time you get to the second one, is very different. So it is this kind of stress, mental emotional stress, that can cause more issue. I'm not saying everyone are like that. You know, some people can enjoy the second pregnancy even better, and the child can be very calm. Yeah, not everyone like that, but I guess it's quite common that second child may have the what we call the second child syndrome, a bit more stress. Yeah, but my son is more, he knows what he wants. Yeah, the second one, he knows what he wants. The first child, he is more, I say he's more easygoing. He's more easygoing. Like now you ask him, he doesn't quite know what he wanted. Second one, he knows because I know what I want. That's for sure. Yeah, you may see that, you know, your first child. Yeah, I mean your son, because you only have one. Yeah, so maybe you don't
So
get to
for
compare.
for your case, after you help so many moms or moms to be going through the pregnancy, how has it helped you along the way, or how do you feel that you have helped empower them in their pregnancies as well?
You see, Felicia, first and foremost, before we help others, we must work on ourselves,
True.
right? We must work on our junk. When I decided I wanted to be a birth doula, instead of studying the course material, you know what I did? I went to pyramid meditation. Do you know what pyramid meditation is?
No.
It's about learning to calm yourself, mindfulness, to center myself. So I thought to myself, if I wanted to help couples in this journey into parenthood, especially childbirth is an intense experience of our life, right? So I must be calm. I need to work on myself. So that was when I started my spiritual journey, soul searching. So we learn how to reflect. Yeah, when you have the awareness, you get to reflect. At the beginning of my career as a birth doula, when I attend birth, um, I did not pick up as much, but there's a lot of messages there. Yeah, every birth that I attended, there are messages. They are learning for me to be a better person. So I see a lot of my patterns, my own self-sabotaging patterns in the mother in labor. And I also see how I handle it. It is some of my blocks. Whether I handle it well or not, it's all these are learning journey. So as a birth doula, it's part of our practice is to reflect, self-reflection. So there is a lot of self-reflection to be a better me and a better mom, a better wife. Yeah, it's all about learning to calm myself. So if I'm not if I'm grounded, then I will be able to help them. So over time, it also helped me to center myself, to detach from the couples that I work with, because certain time, even though the birth may may seems to be quite beautiful for the couples, it can be more trauma for me than the couples. So it is something that I learned to detach, let go, not to attach to those births. Yeah. So just like parenting, right? There's no right or wrong.
Yeah, I think it
Just a
is
learning
definitely
journey.
a very fruitful journey for you along, right? But having said so, because now with the COVID and pandemic, how does it help, or will it hinder you from helping them, or are you still able to
Yes.
continue what you do? Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does, because right now, especially at this time, right? There's no looking back, because the door is open. The door is open to the outsider. You can go out, but the thing is, the door is closed in the hospital, so we are not allowed to attend birth in the hospital. Yeah. So a lot of parents who need help, they are not getting help, except they can get help at home. So that's the only time we can help them at home. By the time they reach hospital, it's gonna be a virtual support. Yeah, so physically,
How
a
does
birth
it
doula
work
cannot
with
be
the
there.
virtual support?
But virtual support will be a phone support. It can be WhatsApp's video support. I had done that for my hypnobirthing parents, even though they just attend hypnobirthing classes, but I support them throughout their journey into parenthood. So if they don't have a birth doula, I will help them even if they are in labor. But of course, not in the middle of the night. Yeah, so during the day, if they go into labor, they may message me, Yen, is it a good time to check in? Then I will guide them along. So this is if the membrane release, the amniotic sac, release, what to look out for. Then I'll help them to stay calm and guide them along what to look out for, what to expect. Should you check in now or not? Can you wait? Yeah. So those are the guidelines. A lot of myths out there that people don't know. Once the membrane release, they wanted to check in. So it's not always the case, depending on the situation. So I will guide them along so that they feel more at ease and can reduce a lot of stress and anxiety because you have a mentor to help you. It's very different from when you are alone, you don't know what to do. Even their experienced parents do not know what to do if they are not trained, if they don't have someone to guide them.
Well, I think it's very interesting that you mentioned they can at least still talk to you over phone and videos. But you were saying you support them for the day labor, but if it's for the night, you are unable to support them.
Night labor, if they don't engage me as a birth doula, yeah, that's not my duty.
Okay.
Yeah,
that means
it is my duty.
a
Yeah, if they engage me as a birth doula, it is my duty. In the middle of the night, we will rush to their home.
Okay.
And I will stay with them throughout as a birth doula. So I'm talking about those couples, right? If they are, because as to engage a birth doula, the fee is quite a lot higher. Actually, it is higher, right? Because it's personal service and it's like anytime in the middle of the night. So if they are trained in childbirth, majority are actually pretty good. They don't need a doula because they learn to stay calm, right? If you are calm and you cope well and you enjoy your labor and birth, and the husband knows what to do because the husband is actually trained as a birth doula, right? And sometimes the mommy said, my husband did better than me. I don't need to tell him where I am, what my state is. He knows how to help. He knows when to shut up. He knows when to support me. He just knew what to do. And a lot of first time moms said that to me. Yeah. So it's a compliment to the husband. You see, it brings the husband, the relationship together. It actually strengthens the bond. Yeah. So in that case, the husband knows what to do. But if the husband also needs some guidance, the husband is the one who will maybe messaging me. So a lot of time, husband will ask, "Oh, I'm so and so husband. Yen, my wife is in labor. Do you think this is the time to check in? Do you think this is normal?" So I will guide them. Okay, do this, do that, over the phone because they are trained in 5 lessons, 12.5 hours. Childbirth, we cover a lot of things. So with the skill, with the knowledge, they may not remember everything, but I'm always there with them.
Most of them. Would you say if it is more practical or more is there a better to hire the birth doula at the first pregnancy or second pregnancy or every pregnancy or what?
Depends, really depends. Yeah, depends on what they need. Yeah, some people they feel that we are not too sure. It would be good if I get guidance. So if financially it's not a burden to them, I think having a birth doula is great because you have someone to guide you along. The birth doula doesn't have to do anything, but just there to give you information, just there to protect the space, to hold the space. And it helps the mother to feel safe because when she feels safe, her body will function well. And she knows if she need help, the doula is here. My Yen is here. Yeah, and to the husband as well because they relieve the husband. If it's an overnight birth, a lot of time it can be very challenging, and the husband cannot sleep. If the mother needs constant massage, that, then the doula will be the person who replace him. So often I will tell the husband, why don't you just sleep? Let me take over. Because after birth, you don't get to sleep. It's better you sleep now. I give you a chance, you sleep and let me handle it. I get used to overnight, taking care of the mother overnight. And I know how to, calm them and how to relax them. Yeah. So sometimes mothers, when they have a doula the first time, the second pregnancy, they want a doula. And then the third pregnancy, they wanted a doula as well. Yeah, even if they have achieved natural birth, they just wanted to have someone there to guide them. It may not be, you don't have to do anything, but they just need someone there just feel I'm feeling safe. Just like that. Yeah. So often I say, actually you don't need it. You did very well. Second time you don't need a doula. But if you need me, I'm here. I can help you.
So what are the things that they need to consider on, even deciding if they need a doula or not? I mean, of course, you are there to advise them, or, because they don't know what they don't know. So they also
Correct.
don't know what to expect on the pregnancy, and then likewise, whether do I need a doula or not? Or is there a specific, let's say, if I want to go through water birth, maybe it's more advisable you should have a doula, or is there any particular approach or whatever?
Depending on the hospital, if they, let's say for example, you ask that question about if they want a water birth, right? Is it hiring a doula is necessary depending on where they give birth. So in the past, NUH requires the couples to engage a doula. It was a requirement, so they have to engage a doula whether they like it or not, right? But at Thompson, it is not the requirement. So in that case, if they want a water birth, they don't necessarily have to hire a doula. But if they feel I want a guidance even from home, not just in the hospital, to guide me along, to give me some pointer, to enlighten me with certain scenario, right? To enlighten me if it is necessary to be to go for intervention, to be induced or not, right? So the doula will be there to guide them along. So it really depending on how they feel. If they are confident, if they think that I don't need help. Some people don't need help. Some people they don't even need to attend classes. Yeah. Is it a need? Is it necessary? Is it an essential? I would say if you live in this in the city, it will be good to relearn what you know, because there are so many things, so many information out there that it can be very confusing. Yeah, but most people don't know. They don't know what they don't know. Just like me, right? We never. I think you did not attend classes as well. I didn't attend classes because I thought you go to the hospital and that's it. You give birth. Birth's supposed to be natural. Yeah, but that wasn't the case.
Is there any scenario whereby probably the birth doula is with you, but there's certain scenario whereby the gynae has to step in, or that you think that okay, it's not moving well or whatever, that you think they have to step in that point?
Yeah. Yes. Good question. Yes, there are time it may be necessary. Yeah, there are time. Some doctors are quite respectful. They will ask, okay, here are your options. So what do you choose, right? And then we can choose none of them. And if I'm there, we can always use a non-pharmaceutical way to help labor progress. Yeah, so we don't need drugs. But if all things fail, right, some medical intervention may be able to help. Yeah, so it is not always not unnecessary, but our idea is that we can cut down a lot of unnecessary drugs. Yeah, because any drugs goes into your body, it goes to the baby. So if we can reduce that, it would be great. Because some babies don't cope well if there is any drugs involved. They don't cope well. Yeah. To give a baby a good start in life is to avoid drugs, right? Avoid assisted birth as much as possible. It is related to epidural, the use of epidural. So my focus is to welcome the baby, help the couples to welcome the baby in a very joyful state. Yeah, not just for the couples, but mainly at the end of the day, it's about baby, to reduce birth injuries and birth trauma. Felicia, last year, I wrote a poem. So the first poem I wrote about voice of baby. So I started writing, and halfway, I was actually downloading information. So it's actually the message comes to me. So I wrote the voice of baby, the poem, and then 2 months later, I realized that actually that was my voice. My voice represent voice of baby. So I hope that with my message, with my voice, it can help to enlighten couples to really take charge of their labor and birth, because you can make a difference, because it is the responsibility of the parents to protect the child. Safety is priority. We talk about natural birth, but safety is always priority. To be able to identify what is safe, it's not easy for a lot of people. Do you make a decision out of fear, or do you make a decision out of love? How do you know? Yeah, you make a decision out of love because only if you are confident. Most people make a decision out of fear. Yeah, so I would say parenting journey should begin before conception. Before conception, to clean up your junk, particularly in the area of childbirth. Whether you like it or not, the stress hormone is there. When it comes to the end of the teening opening phase, right? They call that transition period, right? When there's a lot of hoo-ha, the stress hormone will make your fear bigger for you to face it. So some people cannot face it, they will escape, so they take the escape route. For some people, they may feel overwhelming. For some people, they face the fear, oh, it's not so bad. So ideally, we release those fear as much as possible. Yeah, if we can remove that, even before you conceive, one of the area that I focus on is we actually remove your birth trauma. So go through a rebirth to release birth trauma, because birth trauma is not just a one time you can be able to release it. Actually, I've done many times and I'm still releasing it. Not because I wanted to give birth again, but in life, this is something that we need to let go, so we can just move forward, and not having all this fear to obstruct you in life. So that's something that I would really recommend, and to release your emotional baggage when you are the baby in the womb. Yeah, so we don't pass on to the baby. All this can be inherited for both father and mother. Yeah, and this is why I have I run a support group called Pay Good Beginnings Forward support group. It's a movement that I started last year. So we will talk about nurturing conception. It's not just about good enough to get pregnant, but to achieve optimum health, physical health, mental health, emotional health. Yeah, to release that, and before you conceive, so you can enjoy your pregnancy better, just like me.
Yeah, it's a very insightful talk for me, frankly, even a very eye-opener as well, because obviously back then when I deliver my boy, I obviously wasn't in some sense considering the options, of course, being the nature of my pregnancy. But having said so, for people who are planning for a while, I think it's very helpful for them to know that, there is this route and there is this help along, that, it need not be a very fearful journey, right? As what you mentioned, and also making decisions out of love and really conscious effort as well, to know that someone is going through or empowering you with this journey, that it is of course a very intimate experience that you probably gone through once or twice in your life. But having said so, I think it's very empowering to know that you can still be in control, right? And what are their options. And of course, yes, bearing in mind safety is still the priorities. And if you need to, yes, there are other medical interventions if need to. But at the end of the day, it's also about going through the experience and not being traumatized, right? For both the parents and on the baby as well, which I think that brings it a very beautiful start, right? Because it's the start of a new life as well, which I'm thankful for your sharing today. Yeah. Let me just continue with it to share screen as well. On Better You, Better Moms, we focus on different levels, be it self-care, couple care, children care, parenting and family care. Coming next month, we will actually have two teenagers, okay, which I will reveal their identity soon, sharing on us on 21st October. So of course, from their perspective, at least the children's perspective, what or how do they want, to work with their parents, or even during this period whereby, of course, most of them are probably having exam or even PSLE with stressful moments, how could they actually help or prefer, your parents to help you along your journey as well, going through teenagers, life changes also, and also how can they, communicate better to, go through the different milestones, at the same time enjoy each other company, which I think it is a worthwhile topic to talk about as well. And of course, yes, you can join us on our Facebook, Better You Better Mom. And likewise, yes, the book To Baby with Love, it has been out of stocks from the longest time probably. I'm still going through with the translations. And yes, if you can support me on the sponsorships with the URL stated on artoflifecircle.com/shop/sponsorship. And likewise, what's next? You can always connect with me over a cup of coffee here, and to find out what are your challenges that you're facing on your life, be it, during your work, or be it during your, current challenges, that pandemic, you're working at home, you're too stressed taking care of your children, you feel that you're always coping up with them, and then how can you, move forward, or even move forward positively. And last but not least, I want to end with this message to say the journey of finding your rainbow after braving the storm is what truly makes our life meaningful. And also, thank you, Choon Yen, for joining us today as well. Do you have any last message you want to share with us?
I think all is good. Just enjoy your life, and remember to ask for help if you need it. Yeah, help is always around you. I think just like Felicia have done a great job, great work to you, huh? Because you have run a really great support group, and this Better Mom and Better You Better Mom is a good platform for us to learn from each other. Yeah, really great work. Thank you for the opportunity to share my passion with the audience. Thank you
Sure,
so
no
much.
worries. Yes, thanks. With this, I shall end the Facebook Live.